Was well versed in writing poems. He's a very good poet who writes about contrasting things in life. So here he has contrasted a countryside to the village side, but he prefers the village side. Next, introduction of the poet is William Butler Yeats was a great poet of the 20th century. He was born in Dublin at the young age of 43. He was the best known poet and dramatist of Ireland. In 1923, he badged the Nobel Prize for Literature. Badged means he got the Nobel Prize for Literature. So he's a very good writer of poems also and a dramatist. Dramatist in the sense he was writing poems, sorry, dramas, plays. Okay, now we'll get into the, I think we'll get into the poem. I will give you the short summary of this here. Now we will get into the poem. The Lake Isle of Innisfree, written by William Butler Yeats, is about the beauty, charm, and romance about the countryside. It is also a representation of a clash between modernism and the pastoral charms, and the poet's wish to pass days in the heart of the countryside. Pastoral charms means there are so many churches, beautiful greenery, and very quiet, calm place, as in the village side. And here he speaks about that. And clash between modernism means it is a contrast between the modern life and the village life. So the poet dreams to escape from the busy, crowded, and congested streets of London to a small island in Innisfree having natural surroundings. So he says this life of countryside is very, not countryside, the city side is very busy, it's very busy, it's very crowded and congested. There are too many houses built very close by, and people also walk like that only in the streets of that too. He's expressing about London. Now, Innisfree is a small natural place having the unspoiled beauty. Means here, what is the meaning of unspoiled beauty? That means there is no pollution, very pure air, beautiful scenery, full of greenery, and heart fills with pleasure. Now, the poet hopes to build a cottage there, grow beans and a beehive. All this is his internal feelings. So, and a beehive, and he will listen, and now we will see the, and he will listen to the pleasing sounds of the birds and the buzzing sounds of the bees and the lapping sounds of the lake water. The poet shall live alone in such a place far from the humdrum of modern life. Now here I will give you about the poetic device used in the poem. Every poem there will be a question what poetic thing is used. One is metaphor, comparing two things. Here it is about peace comes dropping slow, wails of morning, be loud, glad. Alliteration, repetition of initial consonant sounds in the same line. That is lake, lapping, low, like that. Repetition. Here words of see, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. Visual imagery, the imagery of the morning, of the glimmering midnight light, and then the evening full of linnet songs, and noon a purple glow. Next, we are seeing about auditory imaginary, means the sounds be loud, glad, cricket, the cricket insect sings, lake, water, lapping. Now let me get into the textbook. We'll go line by line explanation. The Lake Isle of Innisfree. This well known poem explores the poet's longing for the peace and the tranquility of Innisfree. Tranquility means here it is calmly solitude, calm and solitude region, a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. So it is a place where he spent his childhood. This poem is a lyric. Okay, lyric means here musical notes are used. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. So when he's on the city side, he's saying, I will get up and go to Innisfree now, and a small cabin built there. I will build a small house there of clay and wattles made. Wattles means there are twisted sticks with which you make the fences. That is how they make fence in village side. 9 bean rows will I have there. I will I will sow the bean seed, and 9 rows of it I will have a hive for the honey bee, and I will make a hive also where the honey bees will come and produce the honey, and live alone in the be loud glad. Be loud glad means clearing open space where he can hear the bees sound. Hope you understood the first paragraph. And I shall have some peace there. So I shall have calm, solitude, peaceful life there. For peace comes dropping slow. So it comes very slowly, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. So from the dawn, from the morning, where the veils means the sky opens from darkness to dawn, and the cricket birds start singing. There midnights all a glimmer. So midnight, after this he comes back to the evening time, where the midnight all glimmer means it is nature is gray in color, that is the dusk time. Evening time, evening starts, and a noon a purple glow. And afternoon it was in purple color, it seems. An evening full of the linnet wings. So evening he can see the linnet birds, linnet insects flying here and there. Linnet, not insect, it's a small brown and gray bird with a short beak. It was flying here and there. Maybe it's going to its nest since it is evening is falling. So I hope you understood. Second paragraph, he's talking about the welcoming of morning and the glimmer light of the evening time, the gray sky, and then a noon, afternoon it is purple in color, and evening is full of linnet, but where morning it starts with the singing of the cricket insect. I will arise and go now. Again, he's saying, I will get up and go now for my countryside for always night and day. For night and day, I like to stay there. I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. So, there is a beautiful lake in Innisfree where the lake water is coming and hitting against the shore, against the bank of the lake, and it is very nice. So while I stand on the roadway, I used to stand near the road and watch this beautiful scenery where water comes and it dashes against the shore, or on the pavement platform gray in color, and I hear it in the deep heart score. So all this is there in the deep heart score means in my deep inside my heart. So how much his heart is longing to go to that countryside, which was a pleasure, where he had a very pleasurable, loving, calm, dust free solitude childhood. Now he wants back the same thing, and he hates the very busy and very dusty, polluted city side. So this poem expresses the internal longing and feeling of the poet. He longs, he stays in city, but his heart is longing, and he expresses to you what all things he likes to do in that, going to the countryside. Here, the lake Isle of Innisfree. Now, Innisfree is the island's name, and Isle means island. So, the lake also, he's talking about the beautiful lake there, and everything. It's a flashback of his mind and his heart longing to visit that place, and what all he wants to do at the present. So, past he was in the childhood there, but now his heart is longing, and he's comparing his childhood and his youth time, where now he's in a city life. So, it's a beautiful comparing and contrast poem. Hope children you understood this. So health is the greatest gift, contentment and greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. So here these are the lines. So when health is considered to be the greatest gift, you have to give the health a proper look after and condition. That is why Eats has chosen the countryside rather than the here the busy cities, and in countryside only he's saying it's a greatest gift of scenery, contentment. You are contented with whatever you have, but the city people, they have greed for more and more lands, more and more they have lust and greed. And the greatest wealth is what? Health is wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. So villagers, they have the best relationship of faithfulness. So this is all about the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree. Hope you all understood the poem.